Okay, so if you're working backwards and you're trying to find the radius and the diameter with circumference, you need to refer to your notes where I said that if C equals 2 times pi times radius, what's R? Well, you gotta solve for R, and R ends up being C divided by 2 pi. How did I get that? We drew a river through our equal sign, basically solving for the letter R, so we have to get rid of 2 pi. On both sides, we need to divide by 2 pi and 2 pi, and over here, pi over pi cancels out and 2 over 2 cancels out, so I'm just left with R. R equals C divided by 2 pi. Same thing for C equals pi diameter. I'm solving for D, divide both sides by pi. These pi's cross out. I'm left with D equals circumference divided by pi. Also, if I wanted to solve for pi, because the definition of pi is the ratio of C to D, guess what I'm going to divide by here? D. Cross out diameters. I'm left with pi. Pi is the ratio of circumference to a circle's diameter. So when you have your questions 17 through 20, you'll have to do something like this. 17, your circumference is 62.8 miles. You can use either R equals C over 2 pi or D equals C over pi. I'll use this one because it's a little easier to figure out. So I'll say 62.8 equals 2 pi radius, because that's circumference. Now I'm going to divide both sides. Oops, I lied. I said I was going to divide by pi. I meant 2 pi. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 2 pi. Draw your river. Divide by 2 pi. Divide by 2 pi. And if you look at your multiples, this is literally 3.14 times 2, which is 6.28. You can also look at this and tell that there's just moving a decimal. These 2 pi's cancel out. R equals 10. How did I get that? Because I said 62.8 divided by 6.28. Move your decimal 2 times, 1, 2. Move your decimal 2 times, 1, 2. This is 628. This is 6,280. Or you also could have done this as a fraction. 1,628, 0, 0, 0. 6,280 over 628. You know that you add a 0 here. This is 10. My radius is 10. I also need to find my diameter. How do I go from radius to diameter? Remember that when you're standing up and spreading out your arms, R is just one arm, so that's 10, and your diameter would be 2 times that, which is 20. For question number 18, you have circumference equals 69.1 yards. You can do pi times diameter equals 69.1 yards. Divide both sides by pi and by pi. Pi is equal to 3.14. So I would say D is equal to 69.1 divided by 3.14. Check your multiples. Which multiple has 314 divided by, or I'm sorry, 314 times some number, or 3.14 times some number gives you 69.1. Let me find my multiples. Hold on. And here are my multiples. This is the closest thing to 69.1. This is 69.08, which means it's going to be about 22. So I can go over here and say that D is approximately equal to 22. And then the radius is my diameter divided by 2, which you need to solve for yourself. Also, for questions 21 and 22, it says to find the area with the given circumference. So you're given a circumference which is 6 pi yards. That means they've taken the 2 and the pi and the r and multiplied them all together. Pi is still pi. Sometimes you will see it as a symbol, sometimes you will see it as 3.14. So with this guy, which of these formulas can give me a dead giveaway as to the measurement? The 6 represents which one letter over here? Is it the radius or the diameter? It should be the diameter. Therefore, my diameter is 6. With my diameter being 6, I need to figure out my radius, and I need to figure out my radius squared. Then I can calculate my area. Pi is equal to 3.14. Then your area will be 3.14 times whatever you get right here. This number goes there. For question 22, you have circumference equals 22 pi. This you should see question number 18, because we kind of just did it. So that'll give me my diameter and my radius. For your radius, okay, TTM is due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Good luck. You also have a quiz on Monday, March 4th.